Okay, I just wanted to go over this one that Nance asked about. All right, so this here is the project, right? So it's 300 um Central, and it was this job that Nancy had the two payments for. So the one thing I wanted to mention is that because this one's exported, I could move the payment, but it allowed me to move this payment. So I just did a swap of real and moved the second payment to the first invoice, which should have been the deposit. So on here, I created the deposit and I did a deposit with a negative I'm sorry, a deposit of 50%, not a problem. Then if I go back to the project here and financials, and I go to that second invoice, which is actually the one that's uh linked to the job, you'll see that I updated it here on the bottom. So it's as per quote for the full amount, and then the deposit is a negative deposit, so you offset your liability account and all of your APQ once you've earned the entire total will be here. These are just stuff that was brought over, so I'm gonna leave it at that. The one thing is that you might notice, if when we look at this project, it's showing a negative for margin. The only thing I wanted to comment about that is that when you go to the invoice, which I believe Diana built, and I go, oops, that's not the invoice. Okay, so it looks like, well, she had the whole description here. I'm gonna take the second section off. This shouldn't be when the job is done. That should be included. But she did put additional information here, and I'm not sure if that was additional or not, because when I went into um the project and I looked at estimates, there's Kenny's, right, which was the total amount, and then there's this other estimate that is saying change order and was dismissed, but it said that this is for the work we did, and it's 1800, but then it was dismissed. So I would not know if there should be additional until we speak to Diana. um I have no idea. So that's the one thing with this job. But as far as the way we set it up on the project wise here for the financials, um this would be how I would suggest we do the deposits. The thing is that this one, which was has an invoice date of 10/30, would have been the invoice for the deposit, but I put this pending payment to that one for because this one is already exported and locked into the job invoice. That's it. Thanks. Bye.